Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, December 23rd, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with All Elite Wrestling news. Tony Khan announced yesterday at the television tapings at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City that the Rampage taping being conducted for next Friday's broadcast would be the final episode of the show. Khan's announcement was the confirmation of what had been discussed ever since AEW's new contract with Warner Bros. Discovery was made public in October. Dynamite and Collision will reportedly continue to air on TBS and TNT respectively, while also being simulcast on Max. Rampage was AEW's second weekly television show, debuting on August 13th, 2021. Bandito suffered a concussion after delivering a springboard dropkick to Chris Jericho during an angle at Friday's ROH Final Battle, according to Dave Meltzer. There's no timetable set for his return. Bandito just returned to AEW by way of a series of vignettes. He had been sidelined since June of 2023 due to suffering a broken wrist and having subsequent surgeries. In news from Japan, El Phantasmo made a surprise appearance during yesterday's New Japan show inside Korakuen Hall, announcing that he would be returning to wrestling after finishing treatment for a cancerous tumor. For the first time since October 20th, Phantasmo is scheduled to wrestle today as part of a multi-person tag team match. It was also revealed on Sunday that Phantasmo would be added to the New Japan World Television title tilt on January 4th at Wrestle Kingdom against champion Ren Narita, Jeff Cobb, and Ryohei Oiwa. In October, Phantasmo announced he would be taking an indefinite leave of absence after doctors had discovered a tumor in an undisclosed location. Also during Sunday's New Japan show, the Great Khan retired the King of Pro Wrestling Provisional title and announced that the New Japan Rambo winner on January 4th would receive a future title shot at the IWGP World Heavyweight title. And finally, turning to the United Kingdom, a new Rev Pro British Heavyweight Champion was crowned on Saturday at Rev Pro Uprising 2024 from London's York Hall, when Michael Oku dethroned Luke Jacobs, ending his title reign at 119 days. Also on the show, Connor Mills and Jay Joshua defeated the Sunshine Machine to win the Rev Pro British Tag Team Championship. In other selected results, Mascara Dorada defeated Robbie X, Kanji defeated Serena Deeb, and Mina Shirakawa retained the Rev Pro British Women's title against Dani Luna. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.